Saturday morning, Sadie decided to walk to the library to return a book she had checked out last week. As she entered the building, a big red book caught her eye. It was a book about the United States presidents. This book, Sadie just had to read. Sadie grabs the book and goes to the librarian to check out. Sadie was so anxious to begin reading her new book. Once she got home, she plopped into the floor, opened her book, and this is where the story began. Fun facts of the American presidents, starting with George Washington. He was the very first president of the United States. Some believe his teeth were made of wood, but they were actually made from elephant and walrus tusks. John Adams was the first president to live in the White House. Thomas Jefferson spoke 6 different languages. James Madison was the smallest president. He was 5 foot and 4 inches and weighed under 100 pounds. James Monroe died on the 4th of July. He died of tuberculosis. Abraham Lincoln was the tallest president. He stood at 6 feet and 4 inches tall. Barack Obama was the first African American president to be elected into office. George Bush has collected over 250 signed baseballs. Jimmy Carter was the first president to be born in a hospital. Gerald Ford held his daughter's high school prom in the White House. Woodrow Wilson dreamed of being a stage performer. Franklin D. Roosevelt was the only president to serve more than 2 terms. James K. Polk was the first president to serve a nation from coast to coast. Theodore Roosevelt was the youngest person ever to be president. Grover Cleveland was the first and only president to be married in the White House. Andrew Jackson was the first president to ride in a train. John F. Kennedy was the first Catholic president. Rutherford Hayes was the first president to use a phone. His phone number was 1. Martin Van Buren was the first president born an American citizen. All presidents before him were born in the British colonies. George Bush survived 4 plane crashes during World War II. William Taft was the heaviest president. He weighed 332 pounds. Bill Clinton played the saxophone on national TV. William McKinley was the first president to use campaign buttons. Ronald Reagan was the oldest president. Lyndon B. Johnson was an auto mechanic before becoming president. Dwight D. Eisenhower was the commander of Allied forces during the World War II. Harry S. Truman read every book in his hometown library. Sadie read until she couldn't read any more. She changed into her pajamas, grabbed her teddy, and walked to her bed. There is much more to read in Sadie's new book, and so many more presidents to learn about. But for now, Sadie needs her rest, so tomorrow she can begin to read again.